perfect weather to lay concrete here in downtown Alexandria on Broadway and Highway 29, yet there's rumored reports about a concrete issue with the first two lanes that were laid. Informed TV, we're going to be checking back with the city engineer here yet today as they're determining what the state is going to approve or disapprove as they're starting the process of hanging the street signals in downtown Alexandria. Roebke reporting. Informed TV, we're going to give you a little insight on what went on today with no concrete being laid. As you can see, we've got a gathering over there, the city engineer, and it appears to be Mayor Carlson or the state engineer. I'm not quite sure from here, but I think it's Mayor Carlson. But we're going to be talking to Tim here in just a few minutes and get some insight on what the issue is with this beautiful weather, yet no concrete was laid in Broadway on downtown Alexandria, Highway 29, going right through town. So stand by, we're gonna get it right from the horse's mouth, so to speak. As you can see, we got beautiful sunny weather this Wednesday, yet nothing really happened with construction other than some of the stop and go light pedestals were being put up on 5th. As you can see down on 5th, the red, yellow, green signals have been worked on today on 5th and Broadway.
Hi, my name is Lane Kalina, General Manager of Farmers Union Oil Company in Alexandria. We have a location also in Garfield, convenience store. We deal in bulk fuels, propane. We have 2 convenience stores, a full service shop, tire department, and whenever you're coming by our location on Broadway or Garfield, we invite you to stop in and check out all the things we have to offer. We are a cooperative and we do pay dividends to our customers, and it is a true locally owned co-op where we are self-sufficient. We're owned by our members, and all dividends, anything that's made here is paid back to our customers. So stop in and check us out and buy a tank of gas.
Remember to get your tanks filled at Phoenix and Alexandria.
You're watching Informed TV, Alexandria, Minnesota. Well, we're downtown here on Broadway with city engineer Tim. The kind of rumor going around town that there's some issues with the concrete, and Informed TV, we want you informed and much rather have you us talk to the source on what's going on in a nice sunny day when they were not able to put any additional lanes like we talked to the concrete guy on Monday evening, I guess it was, and you guys got rained out on Tuesday. Tim, introduce yourself again for our viewers and kind of tell us what went on with the project today and what's the issues you're facing.
Sure, I'm Tim Schoenhoven. I'm the city engineer. Probably a lot of people have noticed the activity level today and yesterday isn't the same level as it's been. And the issue is a couple of different things. The rain, of course, yesterday was a problem, and then also there was a problem with some of the dowel bars. So the good news is the rain has stopped, it's sunny, it looks like the forecast is for dry weather, so that's a good thing. And the issue with the concrete dowel bars has been resolved as well. The concrete itself is fine. There's not an issue with the concrete of any kind, but there are these steel dowel bars that extend between the lanes, and the purpose of the dowel bars is to keep the lanes together so they don't move independently. This is one of them. The dowel bars, the issue that happened was the dowel bars are not adhering to the concrete exactly as they should be. There's kind of a mechanical issue that involved the paver. A lot of times these are put in with a paving machine, but these were placed by hand, which is an acceptable technique. A lot of times that works. But what they found when they took a look at these first part of this week is that the adhesion was not what they wanted. So they did a number of cores, about 9 cores, took a look at them and checked out to see how well they were attached, because the attachment is how they function. And they made a decision that what they're going to do is make a saw cut 12 inches, remove these bars, and remove that 12-inch piece of concrete, and then they'll drill new bars into the slab of concrete. Then they're epoxied in, and then when the new concrete comes through, that'll envelop the other bars, and it all becomes part of the final lane. So that's what we're after at this point.
Okay, that sounds good, Tim. Can we just step down, or you step down and maybe show the people what we have down here right by your feet here, so they understand where these bars are? You can point right by your foot there, kind of show us.
This is a dowel bar. Those are 30-inch dowel bars, and
okay.
they're extended about 15 inches into the concrete.
Okay.
And they go in at an angle like this, and they push them in, and then they bend them out afterwards.
So for the next lane, and
right.
So what will we actually see? You will see a 12-inch chunk of concrete cut out around that on each one of them, or just some of them?
They're going to cut a 12-inch slice all the way down.
Oh, all the way down.
And they'll remove the outside 12 inches, and the bars will come out with them.
Okay.
And then they'll drill into the slab, put in the new bars, they'll epoxy those in, and then the paving will come and then it's paved just like it would have been before.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep.
And so when the laying now, and I'll just kind of bring down the camera a little bit, by rather than laying 2 more 11-inch or 11-foot lanes, they'll probably end up laying a 12-foot,
right,
to compensate for,
right.
Because right over, when you look south here, this is 11-foot slab, right?
Yep, that's right.
And I think they planned on putting another 11 and then a 12 down the middle.
Right. Right.
And you also said when we were prepping for this a little, the state pays for all the concrete. Is that correct, Tim?
Yeah, the project, there are different levels of participation in all of this, but the concrete is 100% paid for by MnDOT. And so MnDOT had, when they find a problem like this, they get their very best people. They are the smartest, best people in the state. So it goes down to the lab, it goes to the concrete experts. They make a determination on what to do, and that's what they did in this case. So right away they get on it, they make a decision as fast as they can. 6 a.m. tomorrow morning we'll be doing the saw cutting and doing the removal. So it happens pretty quickly.
So from a standpoint then, will this process be going on right in front? Will they start laying concrete tomorrow right away then, or is it going to take a day to do that?
Well, 4th of July weekend's coming.
Oh, that's right.
Tomorrow's Thursday, then Friday is the 4th, and so nobody's going to work on the 4th. So the plan right now, as I understand it, is to pave again Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of the mainline paving.
And so tomorrow being Thursday, they'll spend Thursday prepping this stuff, cutting these rods out.
Right.
And so when I'm just going to kind of look down here with the camera for my audience, Tim, so you can see there's a whole line of them, folks. In fact, I think they watched them being put in on a previous segment we had on Informed TV. But both sides here, they're going to cut them all, or just one of these lanes?
No, they'll cut all of the ones that were hand placed in. They'll cut off. So they'll cut 12 inches out of each of the two lanes that have already been poured. So
the people have been downtown here or watched Informed TV and saw these 2 lanes. Is that there'll be a 12-inch cut on all of it, or was there a segment that got put in right?
I'm not certain.
Okay.
I'm not certain.
Okay.
I think they're going to cut 12 inches for the most of it, at least. Let's say most of the full length.
And so I think the 11th was your target date. Is this going to extend that out then, probably till the following week, is your thought, Tim?
It might be. We don't know that yet. We're going to work with the contractor and see about extending dates. There's been about maybe 3 days that this has taken that we're out of our schedule that we didn't anticipate. So it's possible. We're going to meet with the contractor and see what we can accelerate. There has been other work going on though. The traffic signals at 5th Avenue have been in. They've been pulling a lot of the electrical wires. That's been happening. There's grading that's going on, and those things will all continue as well. So that has been happening, and that'll happen tomorrow as well.
Does the cement contractor or Saline, do they have the drills and that type of thing to put these in, or will they bring somebody special in to do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Somebody has them.
It looks to me like it'll be quite an undertaking, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, these are, there are always issues. This is a very complicated project, and there are always issues. There's an issue every day. And so they get on top of it as quickly as they can
Tim,
and deal with it.
We've got to interrupt you. We're fortunate enough to have the mayor here as well, and Mayor Carlson, I really appreciate you coming across the fence here, as they say.
Yep.
Tim's doing a good job of...
I'm sure Tim has explained it all, and we have one last thing that the guys want all our input on, but Tim has probably explained the issue. We had an issue. We've got a solution that's going to start tomorrow, and hopefully that will solve it, and we'll finish it up and get underway with the project again. So that's what I came to say and get Tim, and we've got a couple more things we've got to talk about.
I fully understand, Mayor. You've got an important
Alan.
job, but people want to be informed of what's going on. We've covered this extensively, and Tim did a good job.
Good.
Unless Tim's got one additional thought process that you want to say before the mayor pulls you?
No, I think that the contractor's still doing a good job. We keep working as hard as we can. Really good people working very hard to make this happen.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for both of you to talk to Informed TV. Enjoy your 4th of July weekend, both of you.
You too.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you. You're watching Informed TV, Alexandria, Minnesota. Here we got Jerry bringing in dignitaries to the construction site today. And Jerry, any good words from Roadrunner Taxi this morning?
Just beat, get her done.
They'll get her done. It's kind of an impressive project, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll catch you later.
Bye.
I just thought I better come back and show you folks the magnitude of what they're going to be doing, if I understand right, Tim right, and I'm sure I do. You listen to him as well. They're going to be cutting a foot piece off of this 11-foot wide piece of concrete that's 7 inches deep, and they'll remove the whole side. So this 11-foot slab you're looking at right now is going to end up being a 9-foot slab, and then they're going to also have to come in about every 30 inches and drill a hole in about 15 inches deep. When Tim explained to us a 30-inch rod. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of equipment they do to do that. You got to understand, we've got 7-inch deep concrete, so a task at hand in the morning is going to cut concrete that's 7 inches deep and remove a 12-inch piece, the equivalent of about 12 blocks long, because they're when we look at these slabs here, there's 2 slabs, so there's going to have to be a foot off on each side, and for 3 blocks, so it'd be the equivalent, if my math is right, taking a foot off of concrete that's 7 inches deep for 12 blocks long. It will be quite a task, and then drill holes in on the side of that 7-inch concrete, as you can see there as I focus in 15 inches, and put epoxy and stick that rod in there. So we'll try to cover it for you tomorrow, but I would think this is going to take at least a day, and hopefully they got some impressive equipment coming in. You know, today man has created a lot of interesting pieces of equipment, but it's going to take more than just a Briggs & Stratton motor and a little wheel blade, I would think, but we'll report on it tomorrow for you. But the more I thought about it, and when the mayor came over, and I was happy she did, I just didn't get Tim to put his foot up there and really explain it, but I'm sure I'm dead on target on that, and we'll give Tim and or the mayor to talk about it tomorrow as the project addresses this shortfall with these rods that the state is requiring them to chop off a foot on each side of this 11-foot chunk of concrete on the east side, as well as another one on the west side over there. So it'll be an interesting to watch. Alan Roebke reporting on Informed TV, Alexandria, Minnesota.